Hi, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is Dee, and today's tarot card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck is the Green Man. And this just dropped off about 2 days ago. And now he's back. And the message that he has for you, out of the life lessons type of message, is, here you've made this stand. You've kind of let the court people know politely, you're going to lead your own spiritual path. You're going to take their mentorship into play. The Woodwows came out yesterday and gave you respect, right? He respects you. And, his brother, the Green Man, comes out of the woods as well. And he says, you have carried this mantle of kingship very well, all right? The challenge that was laid before you, you have handled, all right? And, I just drink from this cauldron that's here, because it represents creative energy and stability. And you've got a lot of creative fire down here with the bows action, right? And he goes, continue carrying this throne of kinship for me, right? Because as you walk through the Wildwood Forest, there's going to be other challenges out there. And how you handle that is, determines your spiritual path. Sometimes when we take on these challenges, sometimes we have to learn some things about ourselves. Sometimes we have to learn some things about the environment. All right. Sometimes we have to learn some things about the path itself that we're on, right? The quest that's out there. Now, the Green Man symbolizes the flourishing heart of the male aspect of nature. So if you think about the male aspect of nature, it's more about the protective piece of it, right? And, he's often known as, the Robin Hood, who's, doing things against evil and bringing it back for the goodness of the forest, goodness of everything else. So, he's letting you know that, you have done well on your path. You have done well, working with the court cards that are down here. And you've gained my respect of the forest. Doesn't mean that anything's going to be lessened for you. Doesn't mean it's going to be easier for you. But he now knows, the Green Man knows, that you're here to protect your interests as well as the Wildwood Forest interest on your spiritual path. And just as, the Green Man protects the denizens of the forest, you're protecting them as well. You're protecting the wolf and the fox and the hare, right? You're protecting all of the different animals and the plants and stuff like that that's going on there. So, the Green Man comes back out and he gives you that vote of thanks, that vote of confidence, that vote of respect. And with that, he kind of pours his heart out to you a little bit. Just as Spirit would pour their heart out to you on your spiritual path, saying, keep going, keep moving forward, all right? And just be filled with the joy of knowing that you're doing right. You're doing good. All right. And, he's going to continue to be bountiful with you, put things in your path that, gives you that abundance, give you that emotional security, give you those creative sparks, right? And help with that intellect, to move things out. So, as you're moving forward, know that you are being watched by others within the Wildwood Forest. And just enjoy the gift, that generous, heart that, the Green Man has given you. Because, as I said, drinking out of the cauldron gives you that creative energy, right? That fertile energy to spawn new ideas. And you still have the Ace of Bows down here as well, that spark of life. So, as you're walking on your journey, receive both the inward and the outward flow of energy. What comes in, use it, and then give out, okay? And a good example of that is, planting the seed, right? Plant the seed, water it, and then, you gave out, and then you're going to take in when that seed is ready to give to you, okay? So use that spiritual energy that's coming in. Use that spiritual energy to help you grow. But at the same time, use that spiritual energy to help others. Send it out to others that may need it, okay? And it's just a new way of living in the world. What comes in must go out, right? Use what you have, be creative, send it out there for others, to take a hold on and grow from it. And what happens with all that? Experience, knowledge, and wisdom, right? And, that's what the life lessons cards teach us. To experience new things, gain that knowledge, gain that wisdom for us to grow as we move forward. So that's today's card of the day, the Green Man. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, share it with others, and give me a thumbs up. And this is D for the Spirit's Path. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care, God bless, and stay safe, everybody.